Hello, everyone. So we all have our days, and yesterday was a bit of a day for me. Not too horrible. I've been feeling really good lately. Been really vibrating at a higher vibration. Really healing, and really being in my creative place. And it seems when you're in these positive places where people try to attack you the most, and even without being harassed covertly and being a gang stalked and all that stuff, it still happens in other ways, just in general life. But I want to talk about an example of kind of things tying up a little bit in some ways, and more examples. And I got some audio. I got some audio video. Gonna get some more audio when it happens. So anyway, there was this one lady that's a shopper, Amazon shopper, and she, when I was working one time when she was helping me, used all these words like, oh, you have the intel and you know all, and using a lot of like intel language, like, ooh, like spy, that sort of thing. And I kind of suspected her a little bit. And yesterday, she walked behind me in the aisle, let out one whistle loud, just one, right by me. That's what it always, they go by me, they do it for a little while, and then they stop, and it's only around me when they're doing this harassment, when it's an actual harassment whistle and not regular. So anyways, she did that, and then I was helping someone. And it's always like when I'm helping someone or talking to someone, where they do it real loud, where it's really, really rude. And so I ignored it. And then it just started snapping, because if one thing doesn't work, sometimes they try another. So, it's that little classic thing. I'm like, whatever. So I help the customer, I leave the aisle, and then I leave the aisle for good. And then she comes over, she kind of gives me like a dirty look, like, why'd you leave sort of look. And I'm like, seriously? Seriously, you're gonna start with that rude ass shit? It's not how you engage people in a polite society. Anyways, so it kind of confirmed what I'd been, what I had suspected for a little while with the whole, gotta use my spy language, gotta use my intel language, sort of thing. I'm like, whatever. But anyways, so after that happened, then it seemed like she started it. It got busy right then. And then employees don't usually do it. We're doing it whistling. And then this one customer really, he made eye contact. Like, I happened to look at him. I didn't know that he was one of them. I look at him. He just looks at me and starts whistling with a smug ass, because the smug ass look they have on their faces when they do this shit, and they know they're trying to get to you, and they just think they're all that, and they think that, they can't come tumbling down. They think that they're just on top of the world because they're abusing someone and it won't come back to them. But see, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Not when it comes to me, anyway. Because I have something brewing, and this is what y'all should do. Y'all should make it so. Anyways, the universe has a way to keep balance as well, but you also need to aid that sometimes. Like, put something out there where that shit goes right back on them. And it's really funny, because sometimes you'll see, like, these same people who've been harassing you and being assholes, and then, like, they come with, like, some sob story. And it's like, oh, that's interesting. I mean, maybe don't be an asshole. Maybe don't be... Anyways. So, there's my story. I'm gonna post some audio stuff. I'll post it, coming up. Anyways, when I have the time. So anyways, you just gotta think about these people, how sad they must be. If you think about us, if you're going through this, would you just pick on someone? Would you do something so stupid as to, like, be really rude to them and, like, do some clown behavior, like, ooh, whistle and snap and stand on your head? Well, not stand on your head, but you know what I mean, like, stupid shit, right? Just dumb shit to be noticed. Would you do that to get at someone based off of what someone said. Now, would you do that? Now, what if someone said they were like a really horrible person? One of the questions would be like, well, why, if they're such a horrible person, why am I like whistling and snapping and doing that dumb shit? You know, that'd be like one question. Like, I don't understand like what that's gonna do with anything, right? But anyways, besides that, question that you might want to ask yourself, like that's kind of weird. It's really like now, even if you thought like, oh, they're a really bad person, and you actually believed it, and you thought you were doing, and you didn't get proof. You didn't have proof, or you had like some lies, whatever, and you believed them, because people believe shit. I mean, all they gotta do is look at like the propaganda they throw on the news and whatever. People believe that shit. Anyways, so even if you did, like let's say, okay, maybe I might. Like, let's say you say that. Would you do it now after you've gone through this? The answer is no, right? You wouldn't do that to anyone. It's a huge violation to the Constitution. So something's got to give. And the best thing we can do is just talk about it while we can. Again, I'll have some audio and put some more. I just wanted to talk about that. I wanted to talk about how obvious it is to us. Like I said, I no longer really pay attention to more so the visuals anymore. I mean, come on. Now, but like if they're in like conjunction, I've seen like some stuff where it's like in conjunction with something, and you can know it's their shtick. You know, they're doing the thing, and they actually have, you know, the color, and they're mixing it with something else, and you know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, and they give you the smug look because they know you know what they're doing, and ooh, they're so special because they're a moron. You know. But anyways, but yeah, like I said, try not to let it get to you, especially when it's visual. Yeah. My thing is just the rudeness of it all. I'm shocked like some other customers haven't like, been like, you're being a rude asshole. Like, I'm trying to talk to someone here. You know, these people have no decency. These people are easily led. You know, and it's funny, I'm fucking morons to believe this shit anyway. Like, there's so much bad shit going on about me. I've had, like, one of these people that I work with says shit to my face. I've had shit implied to my face about me. And the things that they are probably saying about me behind my back. Whatever. None of it's true. All you can do is just wait for it to hit the fan. But at least we're a community. At least we're talking about it. It's just really obvious when, you know, when it's happening. Like I said, I try to like wait, like if it's obvious. You know. I guess the worst thing you can do is deny them their little joy of getting to you. And yeah, we all kind of fail at it sometimes, like someone gets under our skin. You know, but it's really sick. It's really sick when they have kids and they do this with their child there. I've seen people do this, like, little things with their kid there. Like, I'm not gonna attack a kid. And, like, I've actually had people imply, I don't know if I mentioned it in the other video, about trying to say, like, oh, you know, trying to run a child over with a car, which I didn't. And I think I explained that in the other video. I'm not quite sure. I'll probably go over that story in more detail with other stories. There's some other stuff on my other channel that I covered where they had a kid in the bathroom looking under the stall at me and things like that, and it was totally rigged. The mother wasn't there, it was someone else, and then the mother get in my face. I'm gonna go over that story again because this is a new channel. But this sort of thing, and then they got at me, and then they try to make me look like the bad person. But that's okay, because I have one up on that situation. Like, she was not in that bathroom with that child. But again, they're trying to make it look like I overreacted. I told the child that not to be looking, and you know, and I wasn't mean, but it wasn't the first time I had someone walk in on a bathroom within that week, and you know, just a violation of privacy, of decency. This shit should not stand. And then we are vilified for standing up for ourselves. Oh, you're crazy because you think this, this, and this. When they know good and well that they're in the wrong. They know good and well they're in the wrong. And it will come back somehow, in some ways. And I'm like, if you're an energy worker, a practitioner, I would say just aid that stuff a little bit. Work with a hard-hitting deity. Okay, I'm gonna do another video about working with like hard-hitting deities, like to kind of like move this stuff forward. Like intense energies, like protective energy but fighting energies, you know, like someone who will energetically like have your back. Like that archetype, that entity, that being, that, you know what I'm talking about. That's what you need, because sometimes, and it's good to heal. It's good to work with gentle energies when you're healing. It's also good to work with protective energies while you're healing. But also, too, you need a pretty strong protective energies. Probably multiple, more than one. Unless you're monotheistic, which you probably got like a, God or something, which is a hard-hitting deity, which you could use, definitely, if you do that. But you're gonna need someone who doesn't take bullshit. Okay? You need to really embody that. You need to kind of take that with inside yourself too. Like, you don't want to go crazy. Like if you're working with one of these more depending on the deity. I'll get into this more in a different video because I don't want to get off topic. But you just want to work with them energetically on the astral realm, in taking that within you, so you kind of have that power within you. And like, I'm not even gonna like get into it in this video. I'm sorry, kind of going off the rails here. But anyways, I just need to get it off my chest because I did get a little fired up. And, they still ain't got shit on me. They can try to be like, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Why don't you go after real criminals? Why don't you go after real terrorists? See, it's funny. It's almost like they're trying to create criminals and terrorists in ways, right? And they're provoking you. See, and I'll go into this also in another video. But let's say this whole surveillance state, and you were going to say, okay, obviously it violates the Constitution, but let's say you're going beside that and like, okay, sometimes people need to be watched. If you're going that route, like, okay, sometimes you need to keep an eye on people. Okay, well, why are you provoking them? Why are you going out of your way to provoke them into action? Why are you doing these things to get a response? If the whole idea is to keep an eye on someone to make sure they don't do something, why are you provoking them to do something? That's the real question. That's the part that some people, when this shit hits the fan, a lot of people are going to go down because of the severity of that crime. That is a huge crime. It's a crime against humanity. It's a crime against the population. It's a crime against the people. It really is. And someone's going to have to answer for that. It's going to be quite a few people. And, it's sad. But that's what we're up against. That's what we're dealing with. I kind of went off on like a lot of tangents here. I just wanted to talk and get it out there. But, we all have our moments when we're not always, we kind of get a nerve hit, And actually, if you think about it, how long would they last? How long would they last in our position? These are the weak-willed people. These are the weak-willed little little peons that they get to do their thing, that don't ask questions, that don't demand proof. These are the same weak-willed people. I mean, how long do you think they'd last if this was against them? Think about that whenever you kind of have a moment. Because remember, it's coming in at all sides. And they're really trying, But you just gotta stay strong in yourself. Connect with your deity, spirituality, however you do that. You know? Do that. I'm a little out of breath. I'm still recovering from the cold. But it's a lot better. Like I said, I've been vibrating a lot higher lately, so the sickness probably won't stay with me that long. Anyways, I just hope whatever that you're dealing with, you're able to handle it well. And forgive yourself. And have patience with yourself, too. As long as you don't do anything overly crazy or off the wall, I think, you'll be fine. You don't have anything on you. Even if they be like, well, she was acting a little bit. Proof? Oh, well, I was doing this because of this. Or, you need to grow up. You really do. I've never seen such immature people in my life. These people are just, I don't know. Anyways, so it's just good to have a community. It's good to have a community to talk to. I'm also going to be on another platform, BitChute, which I'm also going to, I need to post some my recent videos there, and then I'll post a link, because if YouTube, decides to delete whatever videos, you can find me there. I'll probably do multiple platforms, because, a lot of these hosting social media sites are part of the surveillance thing. And they like watch your videos and get ideas and do that shit to you. They do that. And they'd love anything to silence you and call you a conspiracy theorist. All this crap. Even though conspiracies happen. They do. It's called human history. Read a book. Anyways, before I ramble too much, I gotta get going and get to doing things. But thanks for being there and listening. I hope I can help someone out there who might be going through this. And I've been going through it for a few years now. Any threats that you get are usually just threats. Like passive, they're usually bullshit. So you can kind of move past that. Okay? I'll have more videos coming up soon when I get a chance to post. And I'll let you know. Until then, stay strong and be safe.